Welcome back. You know, some days you get to do amazing things, and other days you get to fix your mistakes, which is amazing. So let's fix our mistakes. We have an error in that blueprint. I think it would be more fun to move the radios all the way around as opposed to going this way right this second. So I'm going to go the long way, effectively. And I want to do that because I want to have pressure to prove that everything is working. I think the way to do it is to connect this right away. You know, I would pick the one space that has the power on it. I'll get a one conveyor wall hole. All right, you know what? Let's just build this on this side as well. Then the straightness will figure itself out sooner rather than later. And I am kind of interested in how this is going to come out because this is going to be slightly rotated. We'll see. We'll see. That will be the beauty pass to deal with. Just get this connected directly into here, and then somewhere in here we had a space for a new lift. Now we've got a loop around the circle. That's one on the base, 4 going up. Of course, we kind of know that we're not going to use all of these heights. I'm doubling back because I want to give myself a chance to think about what I'm doing. Like, I could... Oh, yeah. See, those two didn't go in right. And by that I mean I didn't put those two in, right? Well, I could shift it down, or I could just leave it open. Right? It doesn't have to be connected. Just leave it open. That's the other option. One more. I don't expect perfect pressure forever, but we'll get it at least long enough to complete this. Connect that going down. We'll delete these until we need them. I do think the middle one is the way to go here, because when we're done, we'll ship the finished product out on the left to the left. So now the question is, how do we want to do this? You know, the funny part about this is that after I put this video together, I was thinking about it like through the course of my day, and I couldn't remember if I set the radios in for delivery from the top or the bottom. I was like, I don't remember which way I chose to do that. And it looks like I basically chose both, which means I chose neither, because this blueprint is broken. If I choose to go from the bottom, which would be the simplest way, it would go in here. In here on the far one, which is currently set up to go up and in. So is that actually, well, is that the way I set it up, or did I fix half of it? I think I fixed half of this one. No, it's set to go out as well. This blueprint is an absolute mess. If I go, I guess I need to be on this side. If I go in here, it's connected here on an input merger, so it would seem this should be, that wasn't connected at all to what I thought it was. It was connected to this. No, wait, I have no idea what this is connected to. Oh man, we are in trouble. This is why I wanted pressure on the line, so I could see what I was doing. Okay, so it's connected on the side one with the anticipation that it's going to go out to the next level and down. So when I started it, I was thinking we were going to receive it from the top, but by the time I finished it, the opposite was true. So it's probably easier to fix it with an infinite lift. We'll take this to the top. So this looks like it's more or less kind of the best because it's going in here, split, split, split. And it's got a split over here from this source. No, there is no source. That's the problem. This belt and this need to be changed. This needs to be the source, and this needs to kick out here. Of course, that's setting us up to go up. Okay, well, if that's the case, then we don't need this. What we need is this to go in. Up. Holy moly. There it is, the answer. It goes in here, then out here. And by going in, it goes in here, connects to all of these, and connects to that by default. Let's get our radios in and see how right or wrong we are. Well, something's building. Let's see if that's right. Man, we really messed that up. The problem with half a mindset halfway through. But it's not too bad to fix it. And having those radios providing pressure allows us to test each level as we go instead of operating on faith. Luckily, it's not like a 500 screws per second type of build. So we will have access to radios the whole way through. For testing purposes. Two radios per minute. We got a full belt, and I'm pretty sure we've got a full storage container. Thinking about putting some lighting in on that empty space. Ooh. What the heck is all this? That can't be right. Well, that can't be right either, but I probably shouldn't have deleted that. Okay, I've clearly connected something incorrectly here. How are radios over here? Oh wait, I may have fixed that problem. Why is this connected? I don't think you can grab off of a... I think you can only grab off of belts. Oh, I see. I connected somehow all the way around. Jeez. That was a mistake and a half. So when I go to clean this up, all right, we should clean this up now while we're thinking about it and we know exactly what we're looking for. It's a little too close. Just get this output connected. The key being little radio hit there. The likelihood that we're going to want a huge amount of pressure cubes in our inventory is kind of low, but probably okay to maintain the meme. And connect out. Radios are flowing to all machines. All machines are working. Well, that's not right. Oh, yeah. It is right, because this one's wrong, which is what we're trying to fix. Uh-oh. Now we're down to no fused modular frames. My initial reaction is to go over here and stuff some, excuse me, some encased beams. It's actually casing is the problem. Well, at least it's the problem at this level. Of course, while I'm at it now, I'm thinking, do we even have fuel up here? Nope. The guy responsible for getting fuel doesn't have fuel. Is this a smart splitter by any chance? I'm going to upgrade this to a smart splitter. And I'm going to tell you to write any center overflow. So keep bringing fuel and keep prioritizing the guy who brings us fuel before we do anything else. How do I keep making this mistake? All right. I gotta go down here because I don't want to send radios off. And that was running for a little while. And then we'll just rip these off the belt, I guess. We're gonna have to try to be a little more careful with our belt placement. All right, Billy. 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 Nope. Billy. Input. Connect. Lift. Connect. Check to make sure it's not cross-connected. Lift. There we go. Of course, we're out of fused. You know, if I really wanted to start it, I think I did leave myself some fused over here. We probably put a few fused in the quick pickup. Very few, but a few nonetheless. Not cross-connected. Should be good to go. Sadly, modular frames aren't making it up here. Only a few more to go. Okay, so we go in, we delete, we delete, we delete, input, lift, output, check that it's not cross-connected. Lift, output, see that radios are available. Next level, delete, 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 lift, lift, output. Don't cross-connect it. And you're done. Very nice. This guy filled up on fuel relatively quickly. Everybody else is launched. We got a bunch of outgoing bottles, which has me a tad worried. Why do we have stalled? Oh. I didn't connect all the outputs on that side? Did I only connect the outputs on one side or something? Looks like it. Oh, that's one way to get some fused frames. Just connect the fused frames you've already built. We had whole machines full of fused frames over here. And we've got plenty of heavy modular frames on the way. And lots of nitrogen gas ready to go as well. We just need casing. Okay, now that we've got fuel flowing again, casings are suddenly showing up nicely. I'm pretty sure the way I set that up, casings are going to both sides, even if only one side is delivered. Hurry up and go! If I really wanted to hurry this up, I'd go over to the aluminum factory and hand deliver. We need some turbo fuel. Turbo fuel. Did I leave myself a hyper cannon up here? I did. We got enough fuel for everybody, and we've got a little in storage. Oh, probably should put on the jetpack if we want to do jetpack activities. I'd love to make it at least into the swamp. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I mean, those are already full. So this will be a nice chunk to get us to consistently make fuse frames while the drones kind of catch up. This is actually a pretty cool system. Each side drops in, and then the unreliable splitter, which is the industrial storage container, does the work of sending it to each tower. Obviously, nobody's guaranteeing anything. But that should make some fused modular frames. And now I think this infinite lift is busted. We don't need that anymore. And then I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to get my stuff. And then I'm going to call it. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We learned the value of maintaining a singular mindset when you go to build vertical blueprints. Yes, stay paying attention the entire time. Or you'll build a blueprint that simply does not work. But now these guys just need fused modular frames and they'll be ready to go. I think we'll just drop them in the distribution container and call it. Perfect. Pressure cubes coming out, pressure cubes stacking up. And now we're ready to put in the nuclear pasta. But of course, we'll do that in the next episode. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.